and it is the Pexi. I'm also wearing this highlighter. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyra, and today I'm bringing to you my Shop My Stash for summer. Usually I do these videos monthly, shop my stash for a handful of things, and then come back and give you mini reviews on the products that I chose. However, I thought it would be fun for summer to pull a bunch of products that I feel like scream summer for me, or I can't wait to use this summer, and then shop my stash for them all summer long. So for primer, I chose my tried and true Holy Grail matte primer, and that is the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Perfecting something or other. Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. I almost got it. I am wearing this today. I love this primer because it is matte but not flat. However, it does keep my makeup on all day for my combination skin. It smells amazing, it feels amazing, and it's not like a lot of matte primers where I either feel like they're tightening my skin or they're really cakey and make my foundation or base products look cakey and dry. So this is a must for summer. For my base this summer, I have two products or two options for you. The first is my NYX BB Cream in the shade Natural, which is the second shade. This has a really poor shade selection. I think they make like 4 at most, but this is a great drugstore option for a BB cream. I like to apply this best with my fingers. I do sometimes go back in with a beauty blender and just tap over and make sure everything is evened out, but it applies beautifully with the hands, beautifully with a sponge or a brush, and like I said, this is an affordable option. However, I wanted to try something new. This is like, has one use left in it. So I did go ahead and pick up the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. I have mine in shade 5.5 Bamboo. One plus to this one over the NYX is that this does have an SPF in it and this one does not. Obviously, I'm not relying on the SPF 30 in this product to be my sunscreen. I always wear a sunscreen underneath my makeup, but it never hurts to have extra SPF on your face, so I'm really enjoying this. And then for my powder for summer, this is kind of this is an intentional choice. Number one, this Stellar powder. This is the Stella Cosmic Glow Loose Powder in the shade Glow 02. And I've had this for a long time, so that's the first thing. I like to use things up as much as possible in the order in which I purchased them. So there is this much powder. I have rolled this into my Choose Your Own Adventure and Panning project with my girl Angela from Beauty by Angela. So you will see this on my update later in the month. So the other reason though that I want to work on this powder this summer is that it does have a tint to it. As you can see here, it's not translucent. It doesn't add a lot of coverage, but there is a tint to it, and it's a tint that I feel like is most appropriate for my slightly deeper skin during the summertime. So there you go. That's the base. Next, I'm very excited to bring to you my bronzer choices for summer because two of them are new. As some of you know, I announced on Monday that I smashed my no buy to pieces. I did do it with intention. It was a decision that my husband and I came to together, and it's something that I've been considering for a little while now. I will link that video in case you're interested. So first, let's talk about the product that is not new, and that is my Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. This is just a little mini that I got in a Sephora Favorites kit, and again, I have rolled this into my Choose Your Own Adventure and Panning. This is really beautiful. I would call it a satin bronzer. It can pull a little yellow on me, but I do actually like it. I do have this on over another product that we'll speak on next today. Alright, so getting into the new products, the product that I layered the Tarte Park Avenue Princess over is the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer Stick. This has been raved about on YouTube. Kelly Gooch totally made me buy this. I've been longing for a cream bronzer during my no-buy year, but I have mine in the shade Baked. I believe they only have 2 shades, and the other shade was quite deeper than this one. Looks like this. Woo, that's a heavy swatch, but that's what it looks like. I really love this bronzer. It is a really nice shade for me, and like I said, with the Tarte one layered over this, I didn't feel like the Tarte one was too yellow for me. I almost got bronzer on my white shirt. And then the last bronzer is the Jouer Sunset Bronzer Duo in the shades Sunkissed and Sunset. I don't know why I've been longing for this product, but I have. I've always wanted to try something from Jouer, but I don't feel like their blush selections have anything very unique to add to my blush collection, so to speak. So I went ahead and bought this. I do think it's beautiful. Both are sort of shimmery satin bronzers, and you know, you have a lighter one and a darker one. I do feel like this darker one leans a little bit more cool tone, just ever so slightly, if you can see it here. And then you have this shade right here, which is beautiful. It's golden, and it is the one that I mostly have used to bronze my face. That was a kind of a light swatch, but I do love this product so far. All right, let's talk blush, one of my favorite topics. And this season I picked 5. Starting with the blush that I'm wearing today that Angela chose for me, it is the number 7 powdered blusher in the shade Damson Mist. This is a blush I never really have liked until now. Now that my skin has a slightly deeper tone to it and I'm bronzing a little bit more, this is beautiful. I always thought, oh, maybe it's just too bubblegummy, too pink for me, but I actually really love this now. I think it looks nice on my bronzier skin today. I don't know, let me know what you think. And then, of course, I had to have at least one coral blush in here, and that is my Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. Everybody and their grandmother has this blush, I'm pretty sure. If you don't, it's gorgeous, especially for summer. It has a gorgeous luminosity to it right here. I just find that it melts into the skin and is very, very glowy, but not in a sitting on top of the skin type of glowy, more of the I just stepped out of the moonlight kind of glowy. Is that weird? And then a newer blush to me that I thought would be fun to play with for summer is the Pixi by Petra Fresh Face Blush in the shade Beach Rose. It's a very beautiful neutral blush, leaning a little bit warm. See it right here. It's kind of nude, and I'm kind of into that lately. Next is definitely in my top 3 blush in my collection. I wore this for my sister's wedding, so it may not be a surprise that I have included my Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Vintage Rouge. I just love this. This is also kind of coral, but coral leaning more red in my opinion. This is another one like Luminoso where it just melts into the skin and looks like a natural blush. And then last but not least, my cream blush choice for summer is another product that's new to me. I told you guys I smashed my no-buy. I didn't break it. I threw it on the ground and jumped on it once I made the decision. But it's another one of the L'Oreal Infallible Long Wear Shaving Stick blush in the shade Cheeky Dimension. This is a warm shade and it is also glowy, and I'm so excited to wear it this summer. Look at that. I feel like I have a nice array of blush here to make use of this summer. Next, let's talk highlighter, and I have 4. So starting with the powder highlighters, I had to break out my favorite highlighter, and
well, it's not my favorite. It's not my #1 favorite. It was my favorite in 2018, but anyways.
Essence Pure Nude highlighter. I love this. Again, this is a product that melds into my skin versus sitting on top of my skin, and sometimes I want a beaming highlight that absolutely sits on top of my skin and helps me to glow to the gods, and you'll see that in a minute. But this is just stunning. I'm also wearing this highlighter today over a cream highlighter, so you can see that I have this nice glow to the areas in which I applied this highlighter. I will always have this highlighter in my collection. And then my other highlighter for summer is the opposite. It is the Pixie Glowy Gossamer Duo in the shade Subtle Sunrise. So this has like a more yellowy or gold tone, and then we have a more peachy tone, and I'm going to show you that these puppies, these are metallic. This is like liquid metal, but I will say that they blend into the skin beautifully. You can do a light hand and let it just sit on top of the cheekbones and really catch the light, but you can also blend these until they melt into the skin. It's a really interesting formula. I would say that it's probably closest to a baked gelée formula. However, this is something unlike anything else that I have tried. And last, I have a cream and a liquid highlight. The cream highlight I've had for a while, and I've just kind of discovered that I love it like recently, and I probably had it for close to a year, so I'm trying to get some use out of it. This is the Milk Makeup highlighter stick in the shade Lit. This is sort of your traditional champagne-y highlight, but hopefully you can see that, like the Essence Pure Nude, it's just gorgeous. It just makes you look like you have good skin, whether you do or not. This is not overly emollient, so it doesn't feel sticky or tacky on the skin. It doesn't move around. It doesn't lift up if I apply other products over the top. So I'm really going to make good use of that this summer because I want to use it so I don't lose it. And then one product that I'm kind of experimenting with this summer, it's kind of languishing in my collection right now, and I know that I can find a way to make use of it, and it is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Moonlight. Again, this is kind of a champagne leaning a little pinky peach. I think that's a lifetime supply, and that was like a little sample point perk thing. You can see it right here, tiny little bit, and there we go. Just liquid highlight. And as you can see, it does blend out really beautifully. It has a nice sheen to it that is not glittery, thank the Lord. I'm not into glitter on my face. I lived through the 90s. And then, as I did in my spring capsule makeup collection, which is kind of like what this is as well, I am choosing a face palette to work on and learn about during this summer, and it is my NARS Studio Cheek Palette. Cheek Studio Palette. Darn it, I always get that wrong. So this is what it looks like. You have your classic Laguna bronzer, and then they call this a contour blush called Paloma. For me, this is like a red-based bronzer, which I love, and I tend to mix these two together. And then you have a face powder right here, and for blush, this definitely doesn't function as a blush to me, but I am thinking about trying it under the eyes. I know some people like a purple powder for brightening under the eyes, so I'm going to try it that way. But overall, I love this palette. I think these two shades right here are absolutely beautiful for summer. And I think this shade is great to, it's very handy because I like to mix it with these two so they're not quite so pigmented and easier to blend. So you'll probably be seeing a lot of this palette this summer, and I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of it too. And then I have a handful of lippies that I've chosen to work on and enjoy for summer, starting with bullet lipsticks. I have two from the same formula. These are the L'Oreal Color Riche Shine lipsticks. You guys know I love these, and I have picked up one additional color since my no buy ended, but the one that I already had and I highly recommend is Luminous Coral. These are a shiny, balmy, not opaque lipstick formula, and I just find that they're super comfortable on the lips, easy to chuck in a bag or what have you, easy to apply or reapply on the fly. And the other shade I chose for summer is new, and it is called Laminated Fuchsia, whatever that means. Laminated, I guess it's shiny, but it's kind of a weird name for lipstick. They do have a scent to them, so I will say if you're not into scent in your lip products, you probably wouldn't like these, but I love this beautiful fuchsia color. And then one of the products that I'm using today, I have a bunch of them layered, is the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick. This is a mini in the shade Chai. This is a beautiful warm nude shade for summer, and I'm kind of working on using up some of my mini Bite Beauty lipsticks because they are made with food grade ingredients, and so they don't last as long as other lipsticks. And then, as some of you may know, my very favorite matte lipstick formula is the NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencils. And I have two shades that I'm looking forward to using this summer. One is my signature shade, which is called Let's Go Crazy. Again, this is a product that I wore last summer for my sister's wedding. Beautiful berry shade that I just can't get enough of. And then the other shade is called Valkyrie. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Ooh, this one needs sharpened. And again, it's kind of a warm, rich, reddish, maybe terracotta nude for summer. Loves it. And then lip gloss and lip toppers. The first lip gloss is the other product that I'm wearing on my lips besides a lip liner, which I'm not going to speak on. This is the Hourglass Unreal lip glosses, and this is in the shade Sublime. I like this because it's kind of like a light nude lipstick where I can place it in the center of my bottom lip and my lips together, and it just gives a definition and makes my lips look fuller, and it looks like that. I'm really glad to have this in my collection. I will say it smells like toothpaste to me, which I think is kind of odd, but it does have a slight minty plumping feeling to it. And I really like it so far. And then probably the lip product I am most excited to use through the summer months. I've already been wearing it a lot, though I haven't worn it on camera yet, and it is the Bobbi Brown Crushed Liquid Lip. This is in the shade Give a Fig. Emily Noel made me buy this. She always does. And it actually is not a liquid lipstick. It is 100% a lip gloss. And this shade is definitely one that's kind of hard to describe to me. It's almost like the lip gloss version of the Marc Jacobs Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, because it's like, is it red, is it pink, is it coral? I don't know. It depends on what you're wearing on the rest of your face, but I love it. The formula is very tenacious. Once the shine kind of wears away, you're still left with quite a bit of color on your lips, and so it wears down really graciously. And then last, I have a lip topper and then one liquid lipstick. This was again a promotion on Sephora when I made an order. It's the Jouer Longwear Lip Topper in the shade Skinny Dip, which is a cult classic shade from Jouer, whether it's a lippy, an eyeshadow, or a highlighter. I believe it started out as a highlighter, but I can swear to it. It is beautiful, but it is glittery. I tried it on over the Chai lipstick today, and I was just like, holy glitter, Batman. But it is beautiful. I could definitely see layering it over most of these products. And then last, I have one liquid lipstick. I'm kind of stepping away from the liquid lipstick trend, as I think most people are, but I always like to have a liquid lipstick when it comes to a red. This is the Smashbox Be Legendary liquid lipstick in the shade Voss. This is my perfect red. You guys are probably sick of hearing about it, but it is stunning. And then I have 4 palettes for summer, and I have 2 other palettes that are on the way for a total of 6 palettes this summer. Of course, I'm going to be using Jacqueline a lot because I am still pushing to pan that palette. But the first palette I can't wait to use more this summer is the Certify Affinity 2 palette. This is my perfect green and blue palette. Obviously, I'm into green and blue for summer, and I cannot wait to dive into this more. I did a 3 looks 1 palette review with this, and I'll link that down below for you. What I hesitated to put in but ultimately decided to go ahead, it kind of pulls fall, but I really feel like it's a summer palette, and that is the Bad Habit Athena palette. Unfortunately, you can't get this palette anymore because Bad Habit is no more, but to me, this reads summer. Yes, you have some deeper shades over here, and I like to have those for deepening a look, but this whole section over here, minus the pressed glitter up here, is so summer to me, and I use this for a Colorado sunset eye look, which I'll also link below for you. Next is the BH Weekend Festival palette. This is so summer for me. I shot my stash for this in June and absolutely adore this, and the more I used it, the more I knew that I wanted to include this in my summer shot my stash. There's so many beautiful summery looks I could create with this, and I'm going to get to it. This palette is my summer palette. Again, I took this with me to my sister's wedding last year. It just is my summer palette. Again, unfortunately, this was limited edition, but is the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. You don't need these palettes, however. I think if you shop your stash, you probably can find some shades that are similar. And ta-da! This is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. So I'm going to wait to tell you about the last 2 palettes that are on their way to me, because one is for a very secret collab that is coming up, and the other one I just kind of want to maybe haul in a first impressions video for you guys. So those are the 4 that I will leave you with now, and that is my summer shop my stash for 2019. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thank you guys again, if you haven't watched my previous videos, for being so supportive of me taking a little mental health break from YouTube and social media and things like that. And with all of that said, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful summer makeup days, and I will see you in my next video soon.